I think one of the interesting things about this film is that you don't always get to see films that deal with film history like this, where the subject also has experience, almost in a way, doing documentaries of his own, and speaking to groups about the history of the subject that he's talking about. So I guess it's a question for all three of you. How did you? I imagine that you were able to all learn from each other how to tell a story and how to explain the importance of these films and these discoveries by virtue of the fact that this is something that all of you have been doing for a while.
Yeah, well, I think that's very true. I mean, one of the things that drew us to Mike right away was that he's a great storyteller. And what he does is, these objects that he saves, not just the films, but some of the other things that he might have in his collections. These objects that he saves, he's saving not just the physical object, but really what he's saving is stories. And these stories live in these objects, and the way that he brings them back out into the community to keep them alive is through the stories. So that was something that, then became part of our filmmaking process as well, is how do we weave his storytelling into our storytelling, and how do these two things play off of each other. And I think obviously the film is what it is because Mike's a charismatic leading man who can entertain people. So and even going further back, that was Frank Brinton. Frank Brinton was a showman as well. So there's layers of that storytelling, entertaining, personality that shine through.
Well, I'd just like to add, I mean, the filmmaking process for us, I'm sure there's documentary filmmakers in the audience here too. We try to keep a pretty open mind about, how the story is evolving as we're filming it. And we really wanted to, when we first learned about the Brinton collection, we were curious about what are the missing films here? What are the, key relics that we really want to find out with this collection. But we met Mike, and over the course of 3.5 years, we really found that he was more of the key of the story. And so the story really rapidly changed over about the course between year 1 and year 2 to be more about Mike and kind of his passion for not just saving these films in this collection, but also the community that surrounds him. And that's a big thing for us. In this film, in a lot of ways, is not the sexiest film, when you're pitching it to funders and stuff, but it really was key to us, I think, right now in this time in history, as we are quickly, rapidly evolving, technologically evolving, for people like Mike that have this slower pace of life, that value their history, that value the community that surrounds them. That was key for us, and Mike was a great leading man.